Welcome to Life on Beagle Road. Here's a little Saturday morning update for you. How about that township meeting? I am heading to the township hearing tonight with my list of questions to understand more about this proposed commercial rezoning. So I wanted to show you guys exactly where they are proposing to put this new commercial space. This cornfield right here, and right here is my kid's school. It's just around the corner. Also, someone put up a sign over here that said to stop and read this notice, and it wasn't me, I swear, but somebody else is riled up about this. I don't doubt for a second that these township officials are in a tough situation and that much of it is not their own doing. There were people in offices before them, and there are mandates that are out of their control. That said, there's got to be an option that brings value to our community, not just tax revenue. There are broken down, unused commercial spaces dotted throughout the township, and they are eyesores. I have never seen this parking lot so full. Holy crap.
I just had soccer practice and I'm only getting in here now. Courtney's already in the meeting, but let me just share with you. This place is packed. I can only imagine how this meeting is going. It's either a meeting of people who are angry. Well, my guess is it's a little bit of both. So let's see how it goes.
Things are going to change. And I'm sure everybody else in the room is in a different position related to those type of things. So what's the process? I think you just said you're not going to tell us that.
A lot of business people here that have a lot to lose more than the residential people.
So the positives are there were a lot of people there. So many people, you couldn't get everybody in the room. There were people standing in the hallway. There were people standing outside. There were a lot of people there. Most of them were there to voice their concern about the destruction of farmland.
All right, well, that's probably because according to the Dauphin County Comprehensive Plan, which was prepared in 2017, those lots are considered prime farmland, and some of them are actually considered farmland that's have statewide importance. I mean, they don't make more farmland.
The placement of a number of these facilities and traffic. There were people there that wanted to say, hey, I can't have our taxes go up. I need these facilities to raise our tax base and to make sure that a sewer line is installed. That's part of the backstory here is in 1988, DEP told Londonderry Township that they had to run a sewer line in a particular area, and it hasn't happened yet. There have been a lot of extensions. I think there have been thoughts of getting traditional neighborhood development to pay for it, yada, yada, yada. Never happened. Well, now they're under the gun. And this is part of how it's going to get paid for. So there were definitely people there to say, hey, we don't want our taxes to go up. Now, no one discussed the fact that our taxes are going to go up anyway. The township needs $26 million over the next 6 years. And if these facilities are approved, these developers are going to pay for $15 million. So that leaves $11 million. Guess where that's going to come from? Our taxes. Anyway, totally get the point from the folks that don't want their taxes to go up. I get it. There are people that live in this township that are struggling to pay the taxes they have now, their businesses, so on and so forth. Totally understand all of that. Wish I had a time machine to go back to 1988 and say, hey, why don't you raise taxes like $100 and save this money so we can put in the sewer line later. Does anyone have a time machine? No? Okay. Well, Everyone voiced their concerns, and that took about 2 hours. It was good to see a lot of people get up and make great points. Some of them were better than others, but overall, a lot of great points were made. What I was disappointed in is Kenny and I were probably one of 5, 6 people there our age. I mean, people, if you are 35 to 50, I get it. It's really hard. You're super busy, but you gotta get involved in this kind of stuff. This is just all happening around you, and we're not doing anything about it. Just saying. 2 hours later, they wrap up. Half the people leave. They've said their piece. The township had said, hey, we're probably going to vote on this tonight, or they said we may vote on this tonight. So we stayed for the actual meeting, and about 3 minutes into the meeting, the rezoning and the change in map of the township were passed. So the cornfield up the road and the farmland down that way are rezoned C2 commercial. Done deal. Sometimes it's not about winning. Sometimes it is about saying your piece and making sure that everyone knows you're watching. And then it's about going to all the planning meetings and making sure that the way that these companies are to be held accountable when they do develop this land is exactly what the intention was. The intention is that no tractor trailers will be able to exit this facility onto our road or onto the road that our children's school is on. You can be sure I will be there to discuss the retention pond and how that's going to keep my property from flooding and how they're going to keep it from being a mosquito pit. I'm going to be there to talk about mitigating light pollution, mitigating the sound, both to here residentially and to the school up the road, and every other consideration that comes along with this. That is what is within my control and what I'm gonna do. All right, enough of that. What else is going on here? Actually been doing a lot better walking and standing. Tonight, for some reason, I don't know, they must have known we got the camera out. We're trying to make a lot of noise while I'm walking them. Because that's how they're going to experience it at the show, right? Like not a nice, calm, serene environment. Oh my goodness.
She's not having it.
And I think it definitely put them over the edge. But we've got 4 months left to practice, so we're good. We're doing good.
What you want to, please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, pulse speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna face it, cause it only
Carly's just getting used to the collar, so I'm just standing with her, holding the collar on her right now, not even trying to walk her yet. Goats are eating my knee brace.
Make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it.
The meat birds are doing especially well. They're getting nice and fat. They're starting to get some real feathers on there. They are just looking good. My chicken nuggets are gonna be ready before I know it. I did have to pull out the handheld zapper for Q because he's been digging up next to the chicken tractor on a pretty regular basis. So now I have to be out here with him, and anytime he gets close, I just zzz. I don't actually zap him, I just use the vibrating thing. Because we have an electric fence, he's pretty used to the vibrations and knows that vibration means go. So it's working. Let's check out my nuggets.
Daddy, I can't wait for chicken nuggets and chicken wings and chicken legs.
It's gonna be good, huh?
Yeah, I love chicken, especially chicken legs. They're good.
We're gonna need some barbecue sauce.
Barbecue ribs.
That's a different animal.
I don't feel so good, Dada.
Okay.
My belly hurts, my nose is runny, and sometimes when I walk too much, my stomach starts to hurt. And I don't feel like walking.
You're dramatic like your mom. I do have kind of a funny story for you. So the other day, we decided to bring this coop down. This is our old coop that I built that was supposed to hold like an incredible amount of chickens. For some reason, Courtney decided that this wasn't working out and she wanted one that was a little bit better and had like a little bit of a run underneath. I don't know, whatever. So what I did was I stuck some wheels on it and I pulled it down with the tractor. Everything was fine for about 30 seconds and all of a sudden the two front wheels just blew off. Turns out that the welds that were holding the wheel on were not so good. Wheels themselves can hold up to like 400 pounds each. There's no way that this weighs that much. The back wheels were fine, but the front wheels, they just couldn't handle when I went for a turn. Now, maybe it might have been because I took the turn a little too sharp, trying to avoid that wasp nest that's in the ground. I don't know. Couldn't have been my fault, right? It's not my fault. Courtney, it's not my fault. It just happened. Not my fault.
Oh, nothing is ever your fault.
Nope. No, it's not.
No.
Either way, we moved this one down. One, because it's got more room. And two, because I feel like we just got to use it. It's here. It's got to be used. The other one we can use for when mama has her babies. And then they got an upstairs and a downstairs. This one, this is going to get connected to our ultimate chicken run that I still have yet to build. Right, baby?
Yeah.
Sooner or later, I'll get to it. Don't worry. It's coming. Definitely coming. I got all the pieces, right?
Yeah.
Now all we got to do is build it. If you got it, I will build it. Something like that. Well, folks, it's getting dark outside, and it gets a little tough to film when it's not real bright. So, have a great day, folks. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.